Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is another review for Good Girls, Season 4, Episode 3, Fall Guy. So we see teenage Beth. She's working at this ice cream shop. And this is when she meets Dean for the first time. We see that Dean and his friends are like, they're being a-holes at the store. Throwing ice cream, throwing food, that sort of thing. They wreck the place. And when Beth is cleaning it all up at the end of her shift, Dean comes back. You know, he's a gentleman. He helps her clean. You know, he does it for her, actually, just mops the room for her. And we see that Beth is sitting there reminiscing. Now we're back at regular Beth, and she's sitting there. She was daydreaming. She's in the visiting room waiting to see Dean at the prison. And you know, he asks if, you know, asks about the kids and if the kids know where he is. Of course, she's like, I haven't told them anything yet. And she tells him also that the accounts are frozen. You know, it's really nothing she can do about getting funds and getting some money. So he gonna have to sit there for a while, but she got it under control. She gonna take care of it. And you know, he asked her, well, did he have anything to do with this? Talking about Rio. And she don't say nothing. She just, yes. Oh, really? Oh, okay. She tells him that, no, he says the whole time. Yes, the whole time I've been working for Rio still. Sorry, Dean. Dean just gives her this blank stare, and, you know, she says, I love you. Whatever, girl. How you gonna help me? She say, listen, I got it under control. I'm gonna take care of it. He's like, how? She don't know. Back at the hotel where the feds are held up, FBI girl, she want to talk to Dean. And the guy is like, no, we're not doing none of that. Take your little win and go. We're not doing all that. And she threatens to tell his wife that he been cheating on her. And he's like, would you really? Yes, I know where all your bodies are buried. I'll do that. So he give her little 5 minutes. Shit, because she really about to snitch on him. Beth is having a meeting with her team at the hot tub store. And of course, they asking about Dean too. Then we flip to Annie. She's answering the same question with Beth's children. Where is Dean? Dean is at a hot tub conference. Oh, okay. How long he gonna be gone? A while. Ruby's also there. Back at the store, one of Beth's employees asks, you know, are we in trouble? And she says, you know, no, it's just a misunderstanding with our taxes. Flip back to the house. Ruby and Annie still talking to the kids. And Ruby tells the kids that, you know, their dad doesn't have any reception where he is. And Annie blurts that he's in the North Pole. And they're like, he was Santa? Yeah, y'all, he was Santa. The kids ask about, well, where's our mom? She's helping your dad. This is how she's helping their dad. She over there at Rio's. Well, Rio is at a pool hall playing pool. And Beth goes in there and asks him for a loan. And, you know, for bail. And he like, I don't do that. I don't do the loans. Nope. Dean is the perfect fall guy. I think we have Dean right where we need him. And she's like, he's innocent. Like, he didn't do anything. He doesn't deserve this. Rio says, that's even more reason for him to be the fall guy, because he doesn't know anything. And, you know, he tells her, you know what? No, she's like, what about me? What about you? What about the kids? Listen, it is what it is. Dean is the fall guy. That's just what it is. And I don't do loans. Then he gives her the pool stick and tells her if she shoots if she makes the 8-ball in the hole, that he will give her a loan. And she's like, I don't play pool. I don't do loans. Take the stick, girl. She take it, and y'all, this scene here. Whoo. Rio had got all behind her and everything, trying to show her, you know, perfect form. And I was thinking, I am here for this. I know Beth is like sweating on the inside. You know, you know how that is. He all in this area, all up in here. And he always does that to her, and then it's a tease. Because, of course, it was a tease. Because after all that, because she does make the shot, she's like, oh, deal is a deal. He's like, yeah, okay, take it out. The cut you owe me. She's like, well, damn, I mean, the cut I owe you, how am I supposed to get that? I can't work. I can't print. We're shut down completely. I can't do anything. And he says, that's why Dean is the perfect fall guy. That came around full circle. Rio is always doing that to her. She walked out all mad, of course. Beth and the girls, they try to comfort each other, after their encounter with the feds. And, Beth is just laying there. She don't want Dean to take, responsibility for what she knows she should be in there for. And at the same time, Annie is eating this box of chocolates. And they all have fruit inside. And she just, how you do. You take a bite. Ew, I don't want that. Take another bite. Ugh, I don't want that either. Take another bite. Ew. The chocolates are from the hitman. And they like, so he's still sending you stuff? Yeah, girl, he's still sending me stuff. He want me to go for a jog with him. Okay, when? Where? In Fiji. Listen, he is really trying to wine and dine Beth. He trying to fly her out to Fiji for a jog. Done went. Where was he? Sierra Leone. He was somewhere and brought back some earrings. Like, he like you, Beth. And they keep talking about, who's gonna take the fall. Like, Dean, I can't let him go to jail for this. I can't do it. And I ain't going either. And and Ruby is like, well, I mean, people confess to crimes all the time on First 48. And so that, sparks up an idea. Next thing we see, they sitting down with Dean's right-hand man from the hot tub store. The homie that said, anything I can do for the homie, y'all let me know. They're sitting with him, and they're like, they got prison wrapped up in a nice little bow, giving him a little pamphlet like he finna go to camp. And, telling him we'll pay all your credit card bills. We'll pay all your bills. Like, we'll give you all this money if you just do this for us. You said you wanted to do something for Dean. So will you go to jail for Dean? And he down. He's like, oh, okay. So, I mean, you say I can get all the money that I've ever had in my life. I can also get TV privileges, my own room, and all male campus. Okay, sign me up. Sign me up. I'll go. He's going to have to get caught, though, doing something, much bigger so that, the heat will be taken off of Dean. Ruby and Stan, they're talking, and she asked him, can she borrow some money? She's like, I'm going to need a lot. So don't be going to go grab your wallet. I'm going to need more than what you got in your wallet. And I'm also need it in all ones. And he already know ones. I'm not robbing my strip club again. I'm gonna need you to. It's for Dean. And she's like, he was like, did Beth put you up to this? No, I offered. I mean, she did the same for you when you was in jail. So go on over there and rob the strip club. He changes the subject though and just walks out. Stan is at the club though in the break room, and we see him. He quickly gets the cash from the safe, and as he's standing up with his book bag, the owners come in and they acting all suspicious. They're suspicious of the fact that money truck, caught on fire, on his watch and all of that. And they also want to talk to him about these private parties that he's been doing. So he in trouble with the boss anyway. It ain't gonna be just a smooth in and out as it seems. He does get out with the money though. Where am I? FBI girl, she cashing in on her 5 minutes with Dean. And she tells him this story about being friends with, the most popular girl in school. And the minute that, her parents took her fake ID away, she never heard from that popular girl again. They weren't friends no more. It just wasn't what it seemed. And she said, that was a lot like your wife. So, I mean, off the top, I could tell that she was one of those girls that, was mad at how her life turned out. The fact that she didn't even get to peak in high school. Like, she ain't peaked yet. Yes, she got a good job, but she ain't the prettiest. She don't dress nice. She don't do her hair. All of that stuff. All that stuff that everybody else got going on, she don't have. And she seems like the type, still holding a grudge from high school. And so she's overzealous in the workplace with the position she has. That's why she's like that with Beth. Because she sees that girl that did her like that. She sees that in Beth. Thinking that Beth is one of them girls too that just uses people up and throws them in the trash when she's finished with them. Dean is just like, okay, well, whatever. She said, I need anything on Beth. He not gonna give it to you because he is loyal. I will say that Dean is loyal. Adolescent Annie, she on the stoop playing with her Game Boy, and teenage Dean walks up. He want to see teenage Beth. Apparently they done had an argument of some sort, and adolescent Annie is telling him to get lost, beat it, scram. Beth does come outside, and sends Annie on her way, and they sit there and talk. This is another memory that Beth is having of the good old days with Dean. Dean asks her to prom in this scene as well, and she's happy to go. Beth is visiting in the waiting room. She's waiting in the waiting room, in the visiting room, waiting on Dean. And the guard comes out, Mrs. Boland, yeah, he don't want to see you today. She's sitting there like, what? Girl, Dean is done. Dean is so done with you. Okay, I think this is the last straw. He's sitting in jail while you sitting out free, and you could be potentially still messing around with Rio. Dean is done. Stan is in the kitchen. He is throwing the drinks back. Pouring real tall glasses of brown liquor and just drinking it up. She's like, you okay? Everything all right? Everything okay? Yeah, I'm just thirsty. Thirsty? He said he done had a hard day at work. Ain't no telling what them folks did to him at work for doing those private parties. Because I feel like he worked for some mobsters. That strip club is definitely a front business for something else, because they just didn't look like, regular strip club owners. They have to be involved in some, some other kind of stuff. Beth and Annie, they're at the shop, getting ready to do the work. Ruby comes in with the money because Stan did get the money. And now we got to, make some more counterfeit money. And they make all the money and then take it and give it to the new fall guy. And he's supposed to go into this bank, try to open up some accounts, and get caught doing all of that with that counterfeit money and get thrown in jail. And he's so excited to do his part too. When the police do show up, and they take the money and leave him on the curb and go. So basically he done got robbed. And I'm thinking, because the bank said that they're family owned, it makes me think you never know who has their hands in what, and that bank could very well be, have some sort of partnership or something with the police when this sort of thing happens, because they didn't even check the money, or it was just weird. He did not get caught. And, they're like, how didn't you get arrested? And he's like, I'm invisible. And he says, out of 9 kids, I blend into the background really well. He coming up with plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, trying to see how he can just get arrested. Okay, I'll go in there and I'll shoot the place up. Okay, and then they'll put you in jail. And, for what you did, and not instead of Dean. No, we can't do that. Y'all will be in there together. What's plan D? I don't know. He don't know, And Beth is just like, listen, ain't no more plans. No more plans. She already knows what she has to do. Ben, he gets home and, Annie's like, I made breakfast for dinner. He's like, oh, I don't have time. I got to go. I got to do this. Got to do that. She feel away. So she go and bust in there. Now, you always like breakfast for dinner. What's going on today? And, they have this back and forth. She feels like Ben hates her. It's just like, you always treating me like the shit off the bottom of your shoe. What's up with that, Ben? I mean, if you want to go over there and spend all your time with your daddy and Nancy, then whatever, And Ben tries to flip it. He tries to do a little trick on her, a little Jedi mind trick. And it's, not that I'm saying I want to go, but I would be closer to school, and I would be over there with my friends, and I would be able to make practice on time. But I'm not saying I don't want to be here. You sure got a funny way of showing that you like living here with your mama. Because every time you come up in there, you got an attitude. You don't want to talk to her. You don't want to engage or interact. You just in and out. Let me grab my stuff so I can go back to paradise with Nancy and my daddy. Well, I can come back for the weekends. Just don't bother, Ben. Okay? Stay on over there. You let them put you through college. Just be over there then. Shit. I don't like how he doing his mama. I really don't. Beth is at the park with the kids, and the FBI girl walks up. So I'm assuming that Beth called her. And they sit down, and Beth starts to confess, and she's like, ain't you gonna record this? You're not gonna write this down? Girl, Dean done already pled guilty this morning, so it don't matter. You would just be telling me everything I knew, sis. Then we see Beth gets home and the hitman in her kitchen with some tea. He done let himself in and made himself some tea. And Beth is telling him, I ain't going to Fiji. I can't go to Fiji. I got kids. I can set up and make accommodations for the kids. I got you covered. I mean, I know that Dean is, away right now. I can help you with that. She gets upset and flat out just takes off her panties. All right, let's go. You know what? Let's just get this over with, because this is obviously, you think that this is all that I'm supposed to do. This is how I'm supposed to get you to do what it is I'm asking you to do. She wants him to, finish the job. And it's like, he's taking her through all of this. And maybe if he sleeps with her, maybe he'll do what she's asking him to do. So she's just like, okay, well, I mean, if this is all you want, let's just get it over with. And he's not like this. Not like this. I want to do it slow. Let me wine and dine you and, take you on trips and do all of this for it. I mean, she should go on and let him take you to Fiji or wherever else he want to take you, girl. He's trying to at least romance the whole situation and not just, if you let me hit, I'll do it. Cause he could come at you like that, Beth, and he's not, but she's over it. She's over the games. She don't want to be romanced. She's a married woman. She got a lot going on and don't have time to play with him. Ruby is at home and she's cooking and she gets a call from Stan. I don't know if he called her or she called him. Either way it goes. They on the phone and he said he gonna be late tonight. His new boss got him out at the trap house. I don't know. He's supposed to be going in there to retrieve some money and don't come out until you get it. So now he's the man's muscle man. He's like, oh, so you're doing private parties. You want to be the muscle man for my girls. Okay, you're going to be the muscle man for me. You're going to be my driver. You're going to go here. You're going to go there. You're going to do whatever it is I ask of you. Stan. So now Stan is involved in some more mess. I hope he don't get caught up fooling around with these people, because I don't know what they got going on. Annie is at home in Ben's room tore up. We see that she in there crying because Ben done really moved out. I mean, closet cleared. He talking about he gonna come back for the weekend. How? You ain't even left no clothes over here. He moved out. Beth is at home with her kids. They're asking about Dean, and Beth just tells them the truth. And next thing we see that they're in the at the jail visiting Dean in the visiting room. She's looking over all proud of herself. Listen, this is y'all's new normal. This is what it is. Your man done took the fall for you. That's a good husband. All this time I've been giving Dean a hard time. He really turned out to, be an upstanding, kind of man. I don't know what kind of husband he is. He be cheating on Beth. But when it comes to their bond and the fact and how loyal he is to her and vice versa, hands down, they're the best. Ain't no coming between them. Then we see FBI girl. She's walking through bowling bubbles and finds herself in Dean's office. She sits down looking at the stuff, all over the desk, and sees the picture of the family. And she looks at it, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, she gonna see that note that Beth left. And I thought that she had put it behind the picture. She actually wrote it on the picture. So when she's holding up the picture looking at it, you can see the words on the back behind the picture. And I'm like, I hope she don't flip that shit over, because this might be bad for Beth. This is actually a written confession by Beth, and she could come back. Although he's pled guilty, he could definitely be, this could definitely be, it's not acquitted, because he's already done the whole court process. Or has he? He's just pled guilty. So I don't know. I don't know what it would mean for Beth if that lady flipped that picture over and sees that she can, wrote all of that, basically wrote out a confession. That was it for Good Girls. As usual, this was a nice little ride. I don't know. I'm feeling like, because she's still in the next episode, they're still trying to, kill Rio. And I don't know, like Rio, he's changed. His character has changed a little bit. Sometimes I be feeling like he's really sweet on Beth and won't do anything to hurt her or won't do anything, like that. But then other times he be flipping it like he did this episode. So I don't know. We still here for Rio though. We are still watching Good Girls for Rio. Excuse me, the plot. We watch for the plot. Rio is the plot. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.